this. So we're talking about we're talking about the AC thing and when it starts affecting your car, and all when you have to take your car and go over and over again to repair and all of those frustrations. So in between, before that, let me quickly just take the car review segment. And the car review segment today will be reviewing the car called the Wrangler. The Wrangler is made by a company called Jeep, Jeep. So I'll do a quick review. The Jeep Wrangler is a series of compact and mid-sized two-door Wrangler and a longer wheelbase four-door Wrangler Unlimited. It's a four-wheel drive off-road SUV. It's manufactured by the car company Jeep since 1986. Currently, it is in its fourth generation. The Wrangler is known for one thing: that car is very durable and rugged. The Jeep Wrangler is an okay SUV, but you don't want to make it your first car for maintenance reasons. Yes, you don't want to make it your first car for maintenance reasons because I think it's a high maintenance vehicle. I know I was talking to Engineer Taufik and he was saying they changed tie rod for 95,000 naira alone. Hallelujah. No doubt the Wrangler is a supremely good off-road vehicle and it's very, very rugged. Its fuel economy does not come easy at all, and trust me, it's actually a very good one. I know it was first, like I said, they started it in about 1986, and the Wrangler has different sets of it that are very good, and they are years. And I think the one that they have complaints the most that I found was about what's it called, the 2020 model. So let's go while we still hope that Engineer Taufik will join us on the show. We're supposed to also deal alongside with Mr. Mustafa. So we're supposed to be dealing with the topic that talks about let's go about your car coolant, the mechanical aspect. But we'll just make do with your ACs for now and all of that. So, Mr. Mustafa, run us through what exactly are the constant issues that people cause themselves to make their ACs not work well.
Okay, what a good question.
Yes.
Most especially, the problem most of all our customers have on the AC issue is not maintaining their AC well, because as we have maintenance for mechanical aspect, it is we also have maintenance for car conditioning.
Tell us.
Which is changing of the filter, AC filter. It is very, very important.
How often do you have to do that AC filter thing?
Yes, before telling you how often you have to change it, I will try to convince you that it depends on the kind of vicinity you are living, or you are using the kind of vicinity you are using the car conditioning. For example, if you are living in all this kind of rural area around, let me say, the untarred area,
okay,
to be precise.
It can affect your AC.
Because it will be, I think your blower fan will be bringing up some dust that will make the filter, AC car filter that is inside the car. It is in between the blower fan and the evaporator.
Oh.
So if the filter is not
clogged,
yes, if the filter, the work of the filter is to filter
away
dirt from entering the evaporator. So it is the evaporator that brings out the cooling.
Okay.
So the filter has to be changed at least every 3 months.
Oh.
But it depends on the kind of the area environment you are living. If you are living in a dusty environment, you have to change it at least every 3 months. So the reason is that
car owners really change their air filter?
Air filter, no, not everyone. Sometimes if
customers seem cool.
So they don't know that they have to change it. Sometimes that customer will bring their car for servicing or repair. Sometimes we find out that rats have already rat has died inside the filter.
Wow.
I'm telling you. Also, rat have you see rat distance. They are what did they call it?
They are excreta.
Excretory inside the filter, which is not done. So this filter has to be changed at least every three months, or has to be dust. You dust it between 2 months. But after it can't be dust again. Then you change it. That's the one of the major problem that we have.
Are there other things that affect?
For example, if the condenser is bad, condenser, it also has expiring dates.
Okay.
And likewise the compressor. Most especially the compressor is more stronger than the condenser. Okay. But whenever the condenser is bad, it will bounce back on the compressor. So it will make the compressor to be working extremely hard. Then you will notice that your car condition is normal cooling.
Okay, so what will be the first sign you will notice when your car AC is becoming faulty?
The first sign you notice is that, most especially from the driver's side, you will notice that the driver's side is not as cool as the passenger side, as the passenger's vent.
Okay.
So that's the first sign. If you can notice that your driving side is not more cooling as the way the passenger, that means there is a leakage or a shortage of gas or a blockage.
Okay. Is there another one that makes you know that your AC is faulty?
The other one is the filters area that I've already explained. That it will not be blowing well.
Oh.
The blower fan will not, it will reduce the way it has been blowing before.
Oh, amazing. So from all of this that you've said now, it's quite amazing, because I wouldn't even know that they have to, either service or change for three months.
It's important.
Air filter.
It's important. So it helps to maintain the evaporator.
Okay.
It helps because, most especially if you have to change the evaporator, you need to remove the whole of your dashboard.
Wow.
Which is a day work.
Wow.
And some customers don't like such a thing. So
because they want to go away with their car
within 30 minutes, 1 hour.
They are gone.
So it helps to maintain the evaporator.
Oh, amazing. So, what are the complaints that you get to see the most, and you be like, the weather is shaking and the issue you like, if you've done this particular thing, you wouldn't have this issue that you get often most of the time that you want car owners to know about their ACs?
Like, for example, the customers must be very, very careful regarding their blower fan.
Okay, where is the blower fan located?
We have blower fan. There is one inside the dashboard, okay, and there is another one outside. That one is meant for the engine and the AC outside. It is in between the radiator and the engine.
Okay.
So sometimes when the blower fan, the outside fan and blower fan is no more working, or it has stripped off, it will bounce. The first thing that will be affected is the compressor. The compressor will be leaking.
Oh, when the compressor leaks, does it give a sound?
No, it doesn't give a sound.
You just feel in the vehicle.
You just feel that the AC is no more cooling, and you sometimes customers might be thinking that it is not the technician that is not doing his job, but it is the blower fan, and the blower fan is something that it is not as easy to detect sometimes. Most especially if you have couple of blower fan in your engine, one might trip off, and the other one might be sound. You think that the two is working. So the first thing that will be affected, it will affect the compressor first. Then after, you see that your temperature is rising.
Oh wow! Because I think I've heard somebody saying that the temperature of their car is rising.
At that moment, I am assuring you that the AC has been affected first before anything.
Wow.
Even before the radiator started boiling.
Okay.
The AC is the first thing to be affected.
Let me ask, how do I know that when I take my car for what's it called, the AC man has done a perfect job? He's not doing madari? Because I knew that one of my friends, shout out to Tolani, we went to fix the car and he said ACU tutu na ACU tutu. So how do I know, like, as a car owner, that this AC is working perfectly, aside from the fact that it's blowing, or maybe that place you said is leaking, they just did patch work? How do I get to know? The
first thing you get to know is that, let me just give you a clue. Most of let me say all these Toyota vehicles, Honda, that is common among us, and all these Mercedes Benz that is not converted from right to left.
Yeah.
Try to feel your driver's side.
Okay.
The cooling of the first thing for the technician is to use a gauge.
Okay.
But for you,
The driver.
For you, the driver or the owner of the
vehicle.
Most of our technicians will be happy for this.
But it's good for you also, yes.
Yes. The driver side, try to feel the cooling. If it is equal with the passenger side, that means the AC is cooling well. But
somewhere I told me the
no,
will his hand get to the two.
At least you will be able to feel what, even if you try to feel it different times, you know the difference. Yes. So the driver side and the passenger side must be cooling equally. Even if the passenger side is more cooling than the driver side, that means the cooling is either the gas is not enough or the AC has issue.
Wow.
It may be blockage.
So is it possible that technicians that I take my car to go and fill gas, they don't feel it cooking?
Yes, it is possible.
Wow.
It is possible.
So when we buy gas to cook at home, I saw one machine like this that time that we used to know. Somebody was selling it. All you just need to do is plug that machine on that gauge. It's like a small gauge.
So
we'll put it on the gas cylinder that we used to cook at home.
Yes.
Then we'll just get to know. So I want to ask, is it possible? I'm trying to protect the interest of, so I know that from somebody like you are somebody that is maybe not like the regular technician that might most likely be straightforward. But I want to know, are there ways that I can gauge the AC, the gas that this person has filled? Is it possible?
You mean by the customer?
Yes. Is it ever possible?
I can't tell you that it is possible by you, because it's something that you need to learn before knowing.
Okay.
So that is left for the technician.
So you've spoken about how to maintain your car AC.
Yes. I've spoken about that. That will be on the filter issue and
so they can clean their filter,
and they can even. You can clean your filter yourself
by themselves. So how do they do that? They bring it out. Oh, do they have to bring it all out?
No. It's something that is slotting. It is made easy.
Okay.
It is made easy, but it requires some explanation.
Well, if you give us the explanation, fine. It's all good. You can join us on WhatsApp 0701-800-1783. You could also call 091-3138-4110. So what does the car air conditioning comprises of? Like, what does it comprises of? I'd like to know.
Car air conditioning, it comprises majorly, we have the compressor, which is inside the engine. We have the evaporator, which is inside the dashboard. We have the blower fan almost beside the evaporator.
Okay.
Then we have the filter. After, we have the expansion valve. Have the expansion valve.
What does the expansion valve do?
The expansion valve is the one that gas passes through. It has a liquid line and also the suction line. Okay. The liquid line, how do I say it? It becomes warm.
Okay.
It becomes warm, and the suction line, it becomes cold. But sometimes when the AC system is not in good condition, you find out that the liquid line will become chilled and it will be as if it is sweating. Okay. That means the AC system is not in good condition. But whenever you find out that your suction hose, that one is a little bit bigger than the liquid pipe, okay, that the hose is sweating and it is as if you see traces of water, it means your AC system is working fine. And we also have the discharge hose. We have the condenser, which is outside. We have the compressor, condenser, expansion valve,
the makeup,
blower fan, liquid pipe. I think that's all.
Those are the things that make up for the
compressor, condenser, evaporator, expansion valve, blower fan, filter, and that's all.
Okay. So,
and sometimes we have a separate dryer, but not all cars. The cars that the whites are making now, they are doing their dryer besides their condenser. So, okay, but there are some cars that the place that the dryer is quite different from where the condenser is. But and some American cars does not use dryer. We call it accumulator. accumulator.
Okay, wow,
Yes.
that's quite amazing. It's a lot of knowledge in here. So the program is still the Car Love Show on Yaba Tech Radio 89.3, and my name is Adisa the Enigma, and I'm the voice that draws joy always in your heart. We have Mr. Mustafa, who is I would call an expert when it comes to your car AC. So you don't have an AC issue constantly. So little by little, we are solving so many problems, and I hope that Mr. Mustafa will be able to join us constantly on the show. We hope that
God's willing.
Yeah. So when somebody buys a car,
Yes.
I don't want to say Tokumbo because naturally you expect that Tokumbo you know, it's supposed to be very cold. Pardon my vernacular. So if I buy a Nigerian used car,
Yes.
for example, that you know that what here, as in they've driven it as much as whatever it is. So you now start to look at it like, okay, oh, this car is a Nigerian used car. How do I know exactly that this car that is a what's it called? The AC is functioning perfectly.
Functioning,
Yeah.
The first thing you are to know is that most especially if the car is anything from 010 upward.
That's for a Nigerian used
For
car.
a Nigerian
knowing
used car.
Their AC is good.
Yes. 010, I'm assuring you that any 010 car upward, if it is Toyota or Honda, and don't let me talk about Mercedes-Benz.
Okay.
Because Mercedes-Benz, right from their, let me say 05, most of their cars are automatic compressor. But let me say for Toyota, Honda, and the likes, they are all from 010 upward. It uses automatic compressor.
Okay.
So the first thing you have to know, if
For
the,
a Nigerian
for a
use,
Nigerian use, if the AC system has not much been tampered, is to know whether the compressor is automatic or manual.
Okay.
So if the compressor is still automatic, it means it has not
Been
been tampered much. Don't let me say at all, because I don't know. Because there are some that like one I'm doing. I'm doing a particular. I'm handling one presently before coming to the studio.
Okay.
I'm handling one RAV4.
Okay.
So the RAV4, it has not been. I don't think it has been tampered before.
Okay.
Simply because it is the automatic compressor that is still there.
Okay.
And at the same time, it is the condenser that came with it that is still there. So the first thing you have to know is that if it is the compressor automatic that is still there, like the customer tell me, after explaining to him that this is the difference between automatic, the difference between manual compressor. If you permit me, maybe later I can explain the difference.
Yes.
So
you can. But we
no, I don't want to digress from the question. So after explaining to the customer, so then let me say they both told me that, because I was addressing the couples together.
Okay.
So they both told me that they want to go for the automatic.
So you have to convert.
No, that one does not require conversion. That is where I'm going. But if I am to use manual, I will convert, and there will be a little wiring.
But like if I want to buy a car, I need to know that. I don't know how I'm going to put it. I need to know that, okay, I want to buy a Nigerian used. I need to know that, like you said, automatic or manual. But how do I know that this one has been tampered? Because I won't know where it is.
No, it's something that I can show you. Let's assume you are with your car. Now, I will try to I will try to explain to you that you will understand. It's something that you can also. It's something that you can easily understand.
Okay.
But you can't understand now because you are not seeing
it.
Yes, yes.
Okay. That being said, I think it is a very good place, very, very good place to leave it. Yorubas will say "Oniyoshe Olobeshi." Thank you, everybody who has listened in. I'm sure people have learned a whole lot, and I'm hopeful that you would do your best, Mr. Mustafa, to please come around sometimes again. My name is Adisa, the Enigma, and I'm the voice that drops joy at the back pocket of your heart. I'll always come to you like a sound more melodious and talking drum. We'll see you next week, some other time. It's the Car Love Show. Thank you very much.